Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to be sharing what we're packing for our Alaskan cruise. We are a family of 6. I'm not going to show you what my husband's packing because he's going to pack his own crap, but I'm going to be packing for our 4 kids, all under the age of 11. They're actually 5, 7, 9, and 11. And so what I'm going to do is show you exactly what we're packing for an Alaskan cruise that we're taking in the middle of June. We are going on Ovation of the Seas. It's a Royal Caribbean cruise line that we are taking, and we're kind of excited. It's stopping in Juneau, Ketchikan, and Skagway. I'm gonna have all of our kids actually pack all of the things on a carry-on for a 7-night cruise. I think it's 7 nights. It's 6 or 7-night cruise. So what I'm planning on doing is each of their bags will carry specific things, and I'll let you guys know how I organize it. We've been on 2 cruises already. We've done Disney and we've done Royal, and so this is gonna be our first one that is actually going to Alaska, and so we're gonna need a lot of gear is what I hear. So I know that in June, Alaska is pretty rainy, and so I want to make sure that the kids' feet are covered, and so we have different shoes and boots that we're going to be taking. And so what I want to also share is some of the tips that I've learned from cruising on things to get and things I'm going to get this time around because I was missing them last time. So I'll go through and kind of talk to you around like how we're packing and how I'm organizing everything, and make sure that you guys have a list of things that I think are essentials for going on an Alaskan cruise. So stay tuned. Once I'm on the cruise, I'll end up adding parts of this to this video so that you guys can see what the tools and stuff look like inside of the cruise ship. So stay tuned. So the first bag has 7 different outfits for each of the kids, and I have their pajamas. They're gonna only bring 1 to 2 sets of pajamas on the cruise ship because I am going to basically stay in a hotel the night before the cruise. We're flying up to Seattle, staying in a hotel, and then they'll definitely want to have their pajamas and all that, so that will be in a separate bag. But what I've done, at least for the kids, is that down below here, I'm gonna move the camera so you can see it. So what I've done here is rolled their clothes. So as you can see, this is a full-on outfit with a little underwear, and then all I'm doing is I'm rolling, and I feel like I can fit a ton of clothes in here. So all this is, these 2 compartments are clothes for my 4 kids, right? So there's this, and then I also have this set right here, which are also clothes. And what this is the bag that we're going to open the night before in Seattle, before the cruise, because it has pajamas and it has their outfit. What's important is that I have packed in here pajamas and the outfit that they're going to wear, that they're going to take a picture on the cruise ship. So if you don't already know, if you go on a cruise ship, the first thing that they'll probably try to get you to buy or take a photo of is your family in front of like this sign. And so I want us to look really cute. And so I've picked out their outfits so that it's not all just like leggings, and I've put it in the bag that I'm going to let them open when we get to the hotel, because what I don't want them doing is rummaging through all the different bags for their clothes, and then I'm having to pack again the night before the cruise in Seattle. So that is this section right here. So inside the same luggage, I'm in Kansas City, and so it's really hot here. It's around 90 degrees, but in Seattle it's about 50 degrees. And so what I think they'll want is small little jackets, and this is a waterproof jacket. I got these from Amazon. Like, they were about $20 to $25 each, and so each of the kids has 1 of these jackets, and it's a jacket that they're going to be able to layer. And so what I wanted to do is make sure that they had their jackets inside the bag that they're going to be opening. So I've got 4 jackets in here, and I'll have my own bag that has a similar jacket as well, and it's pretty thin and it's also packable. So that's what's in this bag. Right. In this bag, I've got a few different shoe options that I have for them. First off is I have an outfit for them for the night where it's like fancy night. I plan on doing photos on the cruise, so each of them has 1 pair of dress shoes. They also have water shoes to go back and forth from the covered pool. And then they also have rain boots. So they'll have rain boots that they can basically wear. And so some of my kids have rain boots, some of them have duck boots, but overall they're going to have shoes that to keep them dry, because I do not want to hear complaining from little kids who have wet feet. So that's what I have in this bag. And again, shoes take up a lot of space. I don't know why. And then I also have the hats in here as well. I'm not sure if I'm going to need these, but I'm bringing them just in case their little ears get cold and their little heads get cold. Right, so I had to move because the sun was my eyes. So this is another bag that I have, and this is basically wet bags that they can put their wet clothes in. This is for traveling back, and so I want to make sure that they have their wet clothes in here as well. are their swimming gear. So I've got like coveralls for each of them, and then I also have their swimming suits, and then their goggles. And then what I also plan on adding in here is also any life vests that they want to take, or little floaties, because my daughter can't swim, and so I'll have her little floaty in here. I'll figure out how to kind of push it down. The other thing I have are binoculars. These binoculars we got off of Amazon. They're pretty good for being $25 binoculars. Watching, and these are binoculars for each of the kids. I don't like them fighting over things, and so each of them has their own, and so I have all 4 of them in here. So this is like a kid version, right? And then there's also an quote-unquote adult version, which I got the older kids, which I got here, and then I had to buy the handles separately to, you know, match their personality, but you don't have to do that. But these are the binoculars that they're using, and they're pretty good. I'll leave those in there. And then also, here are some awesome things that you should consider taking on as well, even if you don't have kids. All right, so I'm gonna open this up. And a lot of this stuff I got off of Amazon, guys. Like, I mean, a ton of this stuff. So here's a bag. It's full of my electronics that we're going to take on. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this up so you guys can see what that looks like. So here's the bag. And so this is for USB hubs. This is for USB hubs, and then I have my MacBook charger and then another USB hub. This will be important because if you guys need to charge a bunch of devices, you'll definitely need that. And then I also have this compartment right here where it has all of the different types of USB ports that I need, and USB-C and micro USB and lightning ports that I'm going to include in here. I'm probably going to add some more USB hubs just because the kids will have their electronics on the ship. I also have Deep Woods bug repellent, so I'm going to bring that. Because we are doing carry-on, I just didn't want to bring like aerosol spray in there, so this is what we're using. This is really cool. You'll get a card for your room, and so what you want to do is be able to store it. So you can put it in your pocket, or you can just wear it as a lanyard. And so I have these from the previous cruise that I bought, or things that I found these last year where we needed like a card holder like this. So that's in here. This is awesome. This allows you to basically create hooks on the walls. Okay, so this is like a magnet. Do you see that? This is a magnet, and you put a hook on the wall, and it allows you to hang like hats and all jackets and stuff, so that they're not all like put away in the cabinets where you can't find them. So these are magnetic, and they literally hook to the walls because the walls are made out of metal, and so these are really, really great and handy as well. What's really cool is that if you buy one of these shoe, like, have you seen those like shoe wall hangers or whatever? You can put just a bunch of stuff on the wall in here. So I have 2 of these because we're booking connecting rooms, and so these have been really, really handy. So I'll put like hair ties in there, or like ointment or medicine or anything that's needed, so that it's easy to find. I also am carrying an extra bag because, you know, like souvenirs will come into play, and so this might be something that we may or may not check if we wanted to do that. And then I also have ponchos. So you can buy these like plastic ponchos that are super cheap, or you can also get like these ponchos right here, and I'll link them down in the description below. These are for the kids. These are ponchos that are kind of heavy duty that you can also bring along as well. All right, hair ties are gonna be super important for this trip because we have a family of 5 girls, and so that's pretty important to bring along. We also have straws. If you don't already know, the ship has basically paper straws, and they're pretty terrible, especially if you're trying to drink a pina colada or something, so that's pretty key. And then we've got umbrella, just in case it rains, and then all new toothbrushes for the trip. Masks, we have prescription-based motion sickness. I hear that the travel back from the cruise ship is pretty rough, and so I wanted to make sure that we have that. We also have kind of sleep aids, and then C-bands that we'll be taking as well on the trip. All right, so a few other things I wanted to mention. We've got a laundry hamper, so it's like a pop-up laundry hamper that will be awesome, because I just remember going on our cruises, and then the kids would just take one drawer, which I didn't know would be dirty clothes, and it would be horrible, and so I've got two now. These are about $5 to $7 a piece at the dollar store, or you can buy them online on Amazon for about $8. I'll link down below to ones that I would recommend getting, but they're pop-up hampers that are awesome for travel. Alright, so if you guys have kids who love to swim in the cruise ship pool and they're kind of sensitive to chlorine, I would recommend getting this. I think they're the same thing. I don't know why they're different colors, probably the bottle, but it's pre-swim therapy. It is amazing. I have one daughter who's super sensitive, so she goes to the pool, gets rashes right away if she doesn't shower really quickly after. Even if she showers, actually, she gets like bumps on her skin, and we didn't understand why until we realized it was just chlorine. And so we've used several. We've used this before. That didn't work as well, but when she used this, put it on her skin, just a light layer prior to swimming, and then she used like this green stuff that I'll go ahead and link down below to wash off afterwards. It has been a game changer. She's been able to swim without having a ton of rashes, because usually like the rashes would appear in like the creases right here in between the legs, and so it was like absolutely horrible. And so we on the last trip had to like buy Benadryl at $20 a pack for her. And so if you are debating whether or not your kids' skins are sensitive to like the pool, go ahead and grab this, as well as potentially bring Benadryl on your trip to make sure that you have all of that. So the other thing that I will be carrying is my backpack. It's my pink backpack of like 20 years. I've had it since college, and what I'll be carrying in there are my laptop, as well as this camera that I'm recording on. It's a Canon M50, so it's pretty small and lightweight. I don't think I'll bring my DSLR. We'll see. We're going to Alaska. It's pretty cool, so I might bring my 135L lens, which is amazing. That camera is like 4 years old and still going strong, so I might bring that. And then I'm also going to make sure that we have our passports in there. That's really key. Our vaccine cards, and then make sure we have plenty of tip money cash wise. We'll definitely pay, but the gratuity on our account, but then we'll definitely pay people on the ship who do an outstanding job, because that's how we roll. Other than that, that is all I'm carrying. We're going to pack for all. This is what that looks like, and so I'm going to try and pack all of that in there, and then I have a pile of clothes that I'll be putting in there. So there's not going to be a lot of room left, so the husband's going to be carrying on stuff as well. It's worked out pretty well having everyone carry stuff, just because you don't lose the luggage or anything like that. And then the kids will bring their backpacks as well as part of that, and that will be it. Hopefully we've packed everything, and then I'll let you guys know when we get on the cruise ship how everything looks like and how everything turned out. Okay, you just saw what I actually brought and packed to our Alaska cruise, and what I want to share with you is our first stop in Ketchikan and what I actually wore. So in Ketchikan, that was our first stop, what I wore was basically this jacket right here. This is a puffy jacket I got for like $39 off of Amazon. It's fairly thin and it's packable, so it doesn't take a lot of room at all in your bag. And so I wore this with a hoodie underneath and jeans, as well as some Sorel like regular sneakers. Basically, I actually wore duck boots before. So I actually brought these, and I brought them because I heard that it rains a lot. So if it was raining, I would wear these, but instead we disembarked and then re-embarked, and I actually changed out to my regular sneakers, and so did the kids, and they were fine. Again, we are cruising in the middle of June, and so there has been on and off rain, and I know people from Seattle are pretty used to the rain, but for us, during our trips, it was sprinkling a little bit here and there, and it would stop and sprinkle again, and so I really didn't think I needed my duck boots at all. So today we are heading into Skagway, and we have a train ride, and I'll show you what my husband has packed for himself. And then what I actually packed is this athletic, like fitted yoga, I don't know, zip up, okay, and I have underneath here like a camisole, and I love these camisoles. I'll go ahead and link down below, but they're stretchy and they look great. They look great when you're wearing like tights, and then you have something like baggy over top, because this will allow you to like go down but not all the way cover your butt, like cover half your butt. I think it's a great layering piece. But then I got this, and then I also brought these two sweaters, and I'm debating whether or not to wear these or not, depending on how cold it is on the balcony. But this is just a sweater, an oversized like regular sweater that I have, and I also have this cotton sweater as well. Okay, so I have different options. It's a hoodie, and I also have one of these. I got this off of a Stitch Fix product, and so this one also has layers. It has thumb holes as well on it, and I also brought gloves. So today, what I'm going to be doing is actually layering this with potentially a sweater, and then after that, I'll put on the puffy coat, and I should be good to go on to Skagway, and we're doing a train excursion to, I think, the Yukon, whatever, train ride, and so I should be plenty warm with all of this, because it was warm yesterday, and I had to take a few layers off, but this will be great for a train ride, where I have no idea what to expect. This is what my husband's wearing. He's got, what is this, Ryan? A fleece pullover? Alright, Ryan.
You're in Alaska. You gotta stay warm. Thermals. Stocking cap. Thermal underwear. Stay warm.
I hope you guys found this video helpful. I felt like I didn't overpack. We used pretty much everything that we needed. So if you guys have any questions at all on what to pack, feel free to leave me a comment below. I know that the itinerary before us had a lot of rain. Ours really didn't have that much rain, so we maybe didn't need the ponchos, and I think we could have bought it at one of the local stores. But overall, had a great time with all the things that we brought with us.